Hey everybody, it's Mr. Fudge, your balloon man, and I'm going to give you the top 10 myths debunked about Twist and Shout. That's right, I'm getting ready for Twist and Shout 2017 coming up this year in beautiful Kissimmee, Florida. And there's been a lot of requests and questions and stuff that have been posted in some of my older videos. So I just want to go through these one at a time. Number one, I have people assuming that Twist and Shout classes cost $5 each. That is not the case, ladies and gentlemen. You can go to these classes absolutely free. When you pay your registration, that covers the cost of the classes. So it used to be when Twist and Shout was older a few years ago, I think 5-6 years ago and before, you did pay $5 that paid the instructors in the class, but we don't do that anymore. Twist and Shout organizers, Royal and Patty, actually pay the instructors out of your registration cost, so you don't have to worry about that at all. I personally go to as many classes as I can, even at the same time. So if there's two rooms next to each other with stuff I want to learn, I'll be in the back of this room, watching, sneak over to the other, watch, sneak back to the other, and go back and forth. That way I almost get two classes at the same time, and often I'll take those same classes multiple times, and all my classes like that. That way I can actually get more information quicker. So that's number one. Now, number two, a lot of people assume this is only for advanced artists. They see all these crazy, obscenely huge, awesome, amazing balloon pieces, and they're like, oh, I can never do that. Well, you know what? It's not for advanced artists. It's just as good for the beginner artist wanting to learn as it is the advanced artist wanting to improve. So I've taken my balloon artists that I train in Tampa, and a lot of them will be there this year, and send them to conventions, because if the level's way up here and they're way down here, they may not all the way get to the top, but they're going to grow so much, so quick from seeing that level that they're going to be way above where they started. So by all means, this is not for advanced artists only. And that brings us to number three, that it's only for beginners. Twist and Shout also is not for just beginners. If you have advanced artists, then you can learn stuff as well. In fact, this is going to sound ridiculous, but I've got a cutter that I use, right? Well, I've been putting my cutter right side up, except when I'm cutting the balloons, it gets my shirt caught in it. So I went to a convention and learned to put it upside down. Now it doesn't cut in my shirt, and I cut the balloons just as quick. It's just as safe, just as friendly, and it doesn't fall off either. So that was something that you just wouldn't think of until you saw it. So that's something that you can learn. So even though I've been twisting balloons for 20-something years, I was able to find something at a convention. Even if it seems like it's that small, you would be surprised at how much that saved me in not having to buy new shirts. Now, number four is Twist and Shout is only for twisters and not for decorators. Again, that used to be the case. Now it is not the case. And in fact, if you're a decorator and you're a stacker, if you will, and you've been doing balloons for any length of time, you realize that balloons are going to other places. It's no longer just columns and arches. You've got to be able to twist stuff too. So by taking flowers and hearts and double stuffing this, and by adding twisting balloons to your decor, you're able to charge a lot more. You're able to offer something that other people cannot offer in your area, and it's worth the investment. Now, another common misconception is that everything you can find at a twisting convention you can find on YouTube, and that is not true. And boy, is that not true. The biggest and best stuff that I learn at conventions, no one puts on a YouTube. No one puts on a video. No one shares in a PDF. It's not posted on Facebook. It's sitting with someone at dinner talking about something and learning how they run their business, and learning that there's way more to this than what you imagine. So definitely check out Twist and Shout. Don't sit at home and assume that you can find it on YouTube, because that's not the case. Another misconception is that vendors are expensive because they've paid to advertise at Twist and Shout. And really, they're not. These are people that are supporting our industry. They put forth money to be at Twist and Shout because they want to support you. They want to support me. They want to support the love of balloons and entertainment. And John Watkins, oh my goodness, he has put together a list of phenomenal vendors this year. So not only are you going to go and not only are you going to see amazing vendors, you're also going to have amazing discounts that they offer special just for the convention. Whether it's saving on shipping, whether it's buy 10, get one free, whether it's this, that, and the other, they always have something special for you at conventions. Another misconception, and this brings us to number 7, is that there are better conventions out there. There are not. Twist and Shout is the largest balloon twisting convention in the world. The largest. There have been larger, but none of them have stuck around and none of them are still going on like Twist and Shout has going on. So it is the largest twisting convention in the world. So there's nothing better. Number 8, people assume they don't need business classes. I know everything there is to know about the business of balloons. But that's not true either. There's so much more you can learn. Always, always, always learn. And one little itty bitty technique, one change in the way you phrase something can mean the difference between making 50 grand and making 500 grand this year doing balloons. So it makes a huge difference. Now, number 9, I don't need the twisting classes. Well, it's not just twisting classes. There's so much more. Like I said, even I learned this trick in a twisting class. So the shape was not inherently difficult for me personally, but I was able to learn that, and I also learned some other things. He used, in that particular class, it was Guido Verhoff in a Vegas convention, but he was putting together a stork and some baby carriages and some other things, and I was able to use some of those design elements that I would not have otherwise done, and I was able to pick up that cool tip. And then finally, number 10, the last one that I want to debunk is that you don't know anybody. Because I tell you what, the fact that you're watching this channel lets me know that you already know at least one person. That's me. Because I'm going to be there. I'm going to be in the jam room. I'm going to be twisting. I'm going to be sharing. I'll be happy to answer any questions. And I would just really love to see you here at Twist and Shout this year. So 2017, I believe it is February 22nd to February 26th, 2017. It's in Kissimmee, Florida. If you have any questions about it, you can go to balloonconvention.com. That's www.balloonconvention.com. Again, this is the largest balloon convention for twisters in the entire world, and we want you to be a part of it.